I discourage the use of screen doors because they encourage the door between the living space and the garage to be left open. And it's a fire separation wall. And we've compromised the fire separation.
Can I come in?
Come on in, Mr. Fire. The door's open for you.
You always made me feel so warm and welcome.
It's a little Inspector Theater. This door's too narrow, and it's hollow core. So this is not a proper door for fire separation between the garage and the living space. Now, since we do have this screen door here, it's torn and compromised. Come on in. For things to come in. This is not termite damage. This is not a termite inspection. Okay, those are claw marks. Somebody was crawling up in there, getting into the attic. They're crawling over here. They wanted in. This is a sewer clean out. This is a decommissioned copper gas line. For whatever reason, somebody was apparently operating, but it was plumbed to operate a copper gas appliance out here using copper tubing, which copper tubing is not suited for gas in this part of the country. There is no smell to natural gas. We put a odorant in there, a sulfide odorant, so it smells like rotten eggs, and is readily identifiable. And that eats up the copper. So we shouldn't have copper gas supply lines. But that's not why we're here. We're not here to talk about the air gap underneath the door there. That's not why we're here either. What we're here for is the garage overhead door opener. And here it is. There's the extension cord for it. One, this isn't a molded extension cord, which those are not approved, even though they sell the parts. And I got a couple at my house. That's not approved. Extension cords going to door openers in a permanent application is not approved. The staples holding the bootleg extension cord to the wall are not insulated. Here's the warning notice. It's just about gone, but I can't say that it's not there. The control button shouldn't be any closer to the door threshold or even the step than 5 feet. Got some typical cracking in the garage floor, a little bit of heaving right here. We've got metal overhead panel doors. On the first panel, we're supposed to have warning notices posted on it, and we do. How about that? Let's go over here, see if we got a warning notice. Look at there, we got warning notice, spring tension warning notices. We have, this is a combination, spring tension, instructions, emergency instructions, and a warning notice for the door. We've actually got one inside the door. How about that? Our optic sensors are closer to the floor than 6 inches. They're supposed to be. That cannot be lined up right. We do not have insulated staples. We do not have a pull handle inside of the door. We do not, the manual door lock has not been decommissioned. Door lock should be decommissioned, so if you close the door and lock it and you forget about it and then you push the button, then the door gets all jacked up, and so we don't want that. So that's what we've got. The manual door lock has not been decommissioned. We have a word from our sponsor. Okay. So our courtesy lights are working. Our emergency pull release is here. It's not GFCI protected. Now, on my inspection agreement, and the one posted in my website, and post it in the. I make a note. I make a couple notes actually. I don't operate water heater temperature pressure relief valves, and I do not do block testing on the garage reverse operation. I made a business decision to do no harm. Okay? So I've got instructions baked into the report. If you should want to do a block test, I'll show you how the manufacturer thinks it should happen. But I'm not going to do it. Do no harm. I'm going to take my big old flat zombie hoof and I am going to break the beam if it works. I'm going to break the beam. Well, it looks like it's working. That's interesting. Look at there. Oh my goodness. I don't even understand. It's so crooked. It's so cattywampus. Look at that. It looks like it's shooting out into the yard. But there we go. The safety reverse works using the optic sensor. So what did we learn? We learned that we do not have GFCI protection on the door. We do learn that we have a bootleg extension cord. We learned that we have an extension cord improperly used to deliver power to the door. We learned that our electric wires going to the door opener motor and the optic sensors, we learned that they were not insulated. We learned that we do not have a pull handle mounted inside of the door. Did I mention that before? I hope so. Maybe not, but I'm talking about it now. And we learned that our manual door lock has not been decommissioned. Right here's a like button. If I'm caused you to smile today. And right there's a subscribe button if you have insomnia.